All Business Media presents the Professionals Roundtable. Hear what's hot in the professional world. Timely topics to propel your career to the next level. Professionals Roundtable, exclusively on All Business Media.
Hello, and welcome back to the Professionals Roundtable here on All Business Media FM, where we're all business all the time. My name is Cory Andrew, and today joining us from Westwood, California, is the owner of Transformation Coaching. You can check him out online at www.nlp-us.com. Now, without further ado, joining me on the Professionals Roundtable, owner Richard Bergin. Hey Richard, how you doing today?
Terrific, thanks Cory. How are you?
That's awesome to hear. I'm doing well myself, thanks for asking. So to get the ball rolling over here, why don't you tell us about Transformation Coaching and the services you offer?
So in Transformation Coaching, people typically come to me when they feel that they're held back in some way. You know, a typical situation would be somebody saying, you know, I'm doing all the right things. I'm putting in all the hours. I'm focused. I'm attentive. And yet things aren't falling into place for me. So then it's my job to be actually like a tour guide to point out areas that they may not be able to see in the present situation. I have various modalities that I use for doing this, and one of the key ones is mental emotional release therapy, and I use that alongside NLP, hypnosis, and reconnective energy healing, and also Tony Robbins, Chloe Madonna's life coaching as a life coach. So the original feeling that people come with is a feeling of limitation. And so my job is to find out what is ticking with a client and why they're not functioning at optimal level. And I always start off from a situation that everybody is perfect. They're perfect as they are, because you've got to where you are by being this perfect self. Now, you can improve that perfection. And a lot of people think that, okay, so I can read a self-help book and that will help me. But I would challenge many people to tell me when change has taken place at a conscious level. And I mean that because the unconscious level is always where we go to as therapists to look for the information that's not being seen by the conscious mind. So reading a self-help book in a conscious way is not usually going to get you to an unconscious level, not in a meaningful way. So just to give you an idea, in quantum physics, and we live in a quantum world now, whilst you're not looking, there's infinite possibility. And when you are looking, there's finite possibility. Now, why is that? Well, it's because you're using your filters in your conscious mind. So you have a bunch of filters that are filtering the information that you're getting into the world. And so the filters that you use come usually from maturation, say from the ages of birth to 5 to 7 years old. And the reason that area is so ripe for delving into to create change is because you didn't have a conscious mind between the age of 5 to 7 years old. You're an unconscious being accepting the influences that were given to you because you didn't have conscious rationality and discernment that comes with a conscious mind. So, for instance, your parents, your teachers, your religious advisor, and society would all have huge influences on you. And those influences often include areas that are limiting. They create limiting beliefs. So in the unconscious arena, what we're doing is we're taking in every split second of every moment, we're taking in about 2 million bits of information. 2 million bits of information every split second, and it's recorded in your unconscious mind. Now, you're consciously aware of only 127 bits of information, plus or minus 7. That's a tiny amount of information from the available information that's there. And that brings me back to the quantum physics angle. Max Planck said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. oh my God, that is an amazing statement. So it means really that you are the creator of your destiny. Now, there are caveats there, of course, because the way you think is often determined by your early maturative years. So we go back to the unconscious mind, where we have this huge reservoir of information that if you could get to it, and if you could see it for the reality that it is, then that would be terrific, because you could alter the way you're doing things, rather than coming from a conscious-minded point of view and trying to alter something which is hidden from you. So, as a practitioner, I act more like a tour guide. I never tell people, you are this, that, because it's like, if you've ever tried to tell a friend a difficult aspect of themselves, the ego rises up in that person and denies it. So you have to get the client to the unconscious arena so that they can see the events that arise for themselves. And then you can't unknow truth.
I just wanted to say, Richard, this is all some really cool stuff, and it's very, very comprehensive. So with your practice, you're able to mix these modalities, as you listed, NLP, emotional freedom technique, hypnosis, and go into the subconscious where most of our problems lie, most of those limiting beliefs, as you said. And with the mixture of modalities, you can kind of rework them and work them out of there, replacing them with better ones.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
This is all really cool stuff, I have to say.
It is. It's amazing, and people usually go away, even from the first session, thinking, I've had comments like, well, why isn't this stuff taught in schools? This is amazing. From very simple NLP techniques. And then you go to the harder hitting things like mental emotional release therapy. And that is a phenomenal modality which has only recently been developed and tested academically. And what you do there is, what we want to do is we want to get to the original gestalt, the original cause of the issues that are stopping you moving forward. We want your foot to be firmly on the accelerator and take your foot off the brake and let yourself go to live to your fullest capacity. And everybody has that capacity. It's just a matter of getting rid of the baggage that is preventing you.
Hey, Richard, I'm sorry, man. I'm going to have to cut you off there. We're starting to close up on time on the show. I'm really sorry. But really quickly, for those listening, if they want to get in contact with you for your services, for any one of the many services you offer, if they have those limiting beliefs, if they aren't living life to the fullest and they need that help, how would they get in contact with you?
Well, so you can contact me. The best way of contacting me is through my website. So that will be nlp-us.com. It'd be Richard at nlp-us.com. They can also call. The number is 310-359-1698. That's 310-359-1698.
Alrighty. Well, Richard, I'm sorry I had to cut you off, but it has been a pleasure to have you on the show, man. It's been a blast. Thank you so much for your time and your wisdom. Really, it's been amazing.
Thank you, Cory. Enjoyed it immensely.
Thank you, man. It's good to hear. And that was Richard Bergin from Westwood, California with Transformation Coaching. That website, one more time, is www.nlp-us.com. If you're interested in contacting Richard via email, it's richard@nlp-us.com. Or you can drop the office a line at 310-359-1698. This has been Cory Andrew on the Professionals Roundtable, and we'll be right back at it with more interesting interviews after a quick commercial break.
All Business Media presents the Professionals Roundtable. Hear what's hot in the professional world. Timely topics to propel your career to the next level. Professionals Roundtable, exclusively on All Business Media.